Hey everyone. Hey Fishy. How you doing? Alright, so the plan today is to carry on with buried things. I started doing a match 3 random thing just like what in the interim before we started developing a full game on stream. Let's pull that way down. In fact, do we even need music at the minute? Probably not for development. Wonder if I can just turn every sound up. Yeah, so I was going to develop the match 3 thing kind of while we were waiting to see what our final decision on the project was going to be, but we've pretty much settled on it. I think we are actually going to carry on with buried things. It's going to be a little bit different because we have our problems with buried things. So it's not going to be exactly the same game, but I think we are going to take it as a base for something. Because so far it's been pretty well received. We see... What is that? What? Okay. The hell is this? Okay then. Yeah, so it also has some, I think, good features. I think it's the basis for a good game. So we are going to carry on with buried things, with dig stuff. It's going to be a different setting. I think we're going to do kind of a deserted island type jungle setting. And it may have some kind of survival elements to it. But yeah, digging for artifacts is going to be part of the game for sure. Niz isn't going to be around for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to make a start on just some... This volume does not work, I swear. Volume off. Is that just not going to save like that? It does save like that. Yeah, Niz won't be around for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to just try and start working on some kind of mechanics for the game. Just to get us started. Hey Steve. So at the minute, I'm probably going to avoid doing like puzzle design and stuff. Get rid of that noise. Okay, so the script volume overrides the set volume in here. Interesting. Okay, what's a nice quick way of getting rid of sound? I guess we just set it to something. Let's just set it to step. Oh wait, that's not the final step sound. What's my final step sound? player step? Nice, okay. Let's just set a couple things to player step, just so there's no music happening. But without removing any actual framework for music. Underground water. We'll set that to, how about a player step? And museum music. I think we want that to be a player step. Oh, well, some of these are going to loop, so is this going to do it over and over again? Hey, Fred. Yeah, it is. Okay, maybe I should just tear out all the audio in the game. It's going to get rebuilt anyway. Scripts. Search in scripts. Audio. That's a lot of references to audio. Oh, I'll tell you what I can do. Global gain is a thing. Have I ever used global gain? No, I think it is a thing though. What's this? I have 2 projects open? Why is this open twice? Go away. Well, that explains what's going on. Okay. Steve just did a giant jigsaw in 2 weeks. Nice. 2 to 4 years, Jesus. Fred, continuing buried things. Yeah, kind of. It's gonna there'll be an upheaval. I imagine it'll have a different name. It's gonna have a different setting. I imagine a lot of the art currently in the game is gonna get changed, if not all of it. But the base idea for digging for things using clues in the world is gonna sort of remain. I imagine very little of this original game is gonna eventually be a recognizable. Okay, cool, got it. Do they do jigsaws for 2-year-olds? Yeah, I imagine very little of the current form of the game is going to be recognizable in a finished product, but there's, I guess, like a base there that we're going to be using. I'm wondering whether to actually start a new project and just pull things in as and when I need them, because so much of this is going to get removed. I think that actually might be the thing to do. Yeah, I think maybe let's open up a second project alongside this one and just pull in assets that we need as and when we need them. Ew. Now, last time I tried to copy assets in between 2 projects and it didn't really work. I'm going to make another attempt at doing that. I don't know why it wouldn't work. So, digging game, there's just like a couple sprites that I wouldn't mind pulling over. So, player, back, left, right, played. Yeah, all of that I wouldn't mind pulling over. Doesn't even have a sprite folder yet. Did I fix the if? No, the if is gonna get probably just deleted outright. Because the if was a win condition, and obviously the win is one, very far away, and two, gonna be handled completely differently. So fixing the if isn't really necessary because there isn't gonna be, you know, a museum menu with 12 things to check if they're done. As and when I have to check whether multiple objects have been found or not, I will of course do that much better than I have currently done it. What am I doing? Open buried things. If I create a group in here called player, will that actually create the sprites folder? I hope so. No? Damn. I guess let's make one sprite. Is that going to make a sprites folder? It is, yay. Oh, okay, what goes in the images folder? So the sprites go here. And then, wow, the images go here. So does any asset that's used for those sprites need to get pulled in? Okay, hang on. Hoping this works. Hoping the references are the same so that it recognizes them. Although the file path might just be incorrect now. We'll see what happens. Oh, they're not copying. They're just straight up moving. Okay, whoops. Let's copy these back in then. Okay, so if I launch that now, are you going to be pissy with me and tell me that's not allowed, or are you going to actually recognize this? Yeah, they're not there. Sick. See, again, like, this art probably isn't final art, and even the code that decides, hey Connor, I don't know if I recognize the name, so welcome to the stream. I don't know if the code that even decides like what running animation and stuff to be currently using is even final. I doubt it. So maybe I really should just start like blank slate. Because everything in LD will have been coded pretty miserably. Yeah, maybe we should just do that. Okay, so let's make a room. Let's just make it the size of the original desert for now. Well, not the original, that was 2048, but... room... Just call it Room Island. This will be our island. And in the middle of our island is a man. Object player. And on the 6th day, Sky created player. Let's try and keep the organization a little bit better this time as well. I usually go to like the best efforts I can go to keep things organised in LD Game Maker projects. Try and folder things away as good as possible. As well as possible, excuse me. And then it just breaks down like halfway through the second day. And I definitely know for like the last 4 hours or so of project creation, I wasn't going to any effort whatsoever to drag things into the correct folders. It was just make sprites, let them hover at the bottom of the sprite list, and at least I'll know where to find them, because any sprites that I've made recently are just going to be right down at the bottom. Obviously that's not the idea this time around, so object player. This is going to go back to sort of developer, like programmer art, but it's like kind of half and half, because I will be borrowing art from the old game, so it's almost like halfway art. Like it's going to be better than programmer art, but it's still going to be like outdated. Okay, so we also need to, before we do this, make sure that we don't get some bilinear filtering messing up our pixel art. Texture set interpolation to false. And also randomize. Not that that means anything yet, but it will. I'm sure at some point. Okay. Let's also go and pinch our camera code from the other one. It should just be view in room. In fact, I might be able to remember this. 256, 256, 124, 124. Follow player with a border of, I think I had this set to 100. 124 would mean a completely static camera. I think my bounds were 100, 100. Although I may decrease that slightly to 110, so there's a, what would that actually be? That's either a 16 pixel or 32 pixel, no hang on, sorry, 124, 14. It's either a 14 or a 28 pixel window that you can walk around in the middle. I'm not sure whether this is the 128, 110. 128, 18, 28. No, 80, it would be 18? Yeah, so I think this would be a 36 by 36 pixel square in the middle of the screen that you can move in before the camera starts following you. Although I think I may actually do this entirely in code fairly early on, shift over to that, because then I can mess around with it and do screen shake and stuff well. So I doubt I'm going to do this in editor for very long. For now, though, we'll set it here. And we need to make a movement code for the player, which we'll try and do a little bit better than previously. So we've made our player, so let's just quickly run this. We should get a screen with a player in the middle, looking a bit like the original Buried Things. Good, he's very far away, why is that? Have I done my... I've probably done my bounds the wrong way around. Yeah, view in room is 1024. No, is it? No, it's not. The view in room is 256. The port on screen, oh, visible when room starts. And enable these views, there we go. Alright, cool, there's our player. Should we give this some background? Backgrounds. I've never used the tiling thing. Let's try it and see what happens. Let's just double check. It's fine. What are we doing here? It's this one, I think. Aptly named flat 512 copy. Tile horizontal vertical. That all sounds good. Yeah, okay, so does this just do that automatically now? No, it does not. Because I've not set it, of course. Okay, that's nice. It actually shows it to me. Cool, okay, that looks like it repeats as well, all good. Alright, nice. Let's get our player moving, shall we? Let's do some more organisational stuff this time as well, like saying movement, and if we put that like that, it will title our script for us here. Is there any way of me, let's go and look at this. Game Maker, bigger, default, script window size, question mark? Window set size, no that's the game window. How can I change the font size? No, not font size. Game Maker, bigger. Let's add like drag and drop to this. No, it's trying to change all my actual in-game UI. Damn it. Let's remove UI from there then. Wow, this really doesn't seem like a thing. Okay, file preferences. Even this is tiny. It almost seems like it's like perfect pixel sized. Like it's because I'm on a 2K monitor. The windows are so small. Like I think it's fixed pixel. Where would this actually be? General. Forms, I doubt it's forms. I don't really know what that is. Script and code. Oh, here's something. Variables that I'd set didn't like change color. Can I do that? Built-in variables and constants and functions all have. Okay, no, it won't do it for variables that I've made. So is this just not an option? God, I think it's not. That's really annoying. Okay, guess we'll just deal with it then. Wait, you can apply entire scripts to apply to other objects? Cool. So I guess at the top of the step, let's just do something that finds like horizontal and vertical forces. So, it's a nice way of doing that. If you're not going to autocomplete for me? Keyboard check. Hey, David. Keyboard check pressed. I think it's there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's set a constant to player speed. And off the bat, let's support a couple different key types. Well, let's check the correct ones, shall we? Did I call this player speed? I was not concentrating when I set this. I did. This already feels like kind of a gross way to do this. What am I doing at the moment in the other one? Where's the player? There it is. Okay. I think, no, let's just do this the easy way for now. That wants to be minus for pressing S, and plus. Okay, is that functional movement? Let's find out. It is if I knew my up and down, because W is sending me down right now. Of course, because a down movement is minus, isn't it, not plus. Hey, Victoria. Alright, we have movement. So, things that I want to do in the near future is just things to start setting us up for making a bigger game with this kind of format. I'm not going to be getting art for a couple of weeks, and we're also not really going to be discussing like story and mechanics that deeply for a couple of weeks. So I just want to start maybe just making a couple things that can get used in the final game. So one thing to maybe do today is try and get some footsteps in, or maybe get see if we can make like a reactive grass or something, so that when we step into a grass patch, the blades move out of the way in the correct direction or something. So footsteps, maybe I'll put the animation in first, so grass could be a good place to start. Hey Rainbow. This is going to be pure developer art. In fact, I think I just want just something in the middle like that. Okay. And can I set my right? No, I can't. I can't make this opaque. Okay, that's movement number one. Alright, it's enough that hopefully I can tell that the correct sprite is being chosen. So we've got this, this, and then, yeah, bending the other way. Okay, so transform that. That's going to be a horizontal mirror. And that, oh, that's also a horizontal mirror. Oh, these aren't. Oh, damn. If I resize the canvas, because these should be 16 by 16. Will this still be obvious? They shouldn't decenter, that's a problem. Bye, Rainbow. Screw it, okay. That's not even close. Okay, that'll do. That is some of the worst grass I think has ever been made. That is dreadful. Let's see if we can get it to react to the player. For now, I'll just quickly put some in manually. Wait, hang on. Okay, no, the player is 16 by 16. Okay, we got a nice patch of grass to go wander through. Oops. Okay. So we want this to bend when we get near it. So I guess we're going to have two different distance variables. So reaction distance long equals, I'm just going to go for sprite width times 0.5 for now. And then make the short one half of that. Wait, that's not how you do this. If okay, so just to check if the distance check works okay. The grass should bend when I get near it. Cool. That seems like a decent distance, maybe a little bit shorter. So that's a bit weird. They go to full bend and never go through like half bend. I guess if we put this one here first and then do that as an else. That makes more sense. There you go. Okay, nice. Just as a really quick and dirty method of, oh wait, no, this is going to infinite loop. Unless I, okay, hang on. I'm just going to do something cheeky. Duplicate, object grass, instance, create, x plus 16, y plus, 8 rather. I'm just going to make this grass much more dense very quickly. Just for testing purposes. Okay, nice. We've got this little radius around us. Now what would be even cooler, which is the next thing we need to do, is oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I gave it a weird tessellation. I meant to generate 2 per grass. Like that is what I meant to do. So here we go. If player dot x is greater than x, this is a short reaction distance, so that is 2 and 4. So we're going to do 4. And then we'll do the same here. So this is going to determine, based on whether the player is stood on the left or the right. Which way the grass should bend. Oh, I think I've got these numbers the wrong way around. Oh. That would help, wouldn't it? And I think, so if the object is greater x, that means it's stood on the right hand side. Therefore the grass needs to bend to the left, which is the first one. So it's 2, 4, 1, 3. See how that goes. Nice. We got bendy grass. The radius is probably a little too big, do we think? It looks kind of odd, but I bet that's mostly because my grass texture looks so bad. That looks like it bends a bit early to me. I'm going to try reducing that to... Okay, well, hang on. First of all, let's delete this nonsense. Yeah, go away. And do all this better. Well, let's just do like 100, why not? And then x modulo 10, y divided by 10. Hey, fishy. So at the minute, fishy, we're making bendy grass. Making grass that reacts to you stepping into it. Huh. Well, that didn't go very well. How many plastically bendy straws? I don't know, maybe. Depends where this game gets set. Maybe it's set in a junkyard and you go digging for junk and they're made of bendy straws. Oh, that's not supposed to be X. And that's not supposed to be Y. That'll be white. There we go. Ooh, also. How many pixels wide is the grass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's also do that. That wire is too short to be able to see the difference. Whoa, what the? I'm not touching the keyboard right now. So GameMaker thinks I'm currently holding down W. That's a problem. Oh, now apparently I'm holding down S or down. Why? Okay, and now it's fixed. What? So it's a problem that you could definitely get by clicking out of the window, but I'm pretty sure I never clicked out of the window. That's very odd. Yeah, this kind of code could be used to generate all sorts. I guess we're gonna have like jungle, I think, so foresty areas and bushes and yeah, grass, quicksand, all that kind of stuff. We can do all that. But we have bendy grass. Isn't that nice? Yeah, let's try changing these radii a little bit. So this would currently be 8 and 4. So let's just try 4 and 2. Does that seem good? Maybe like 6 and 2. Sure. Oh, that works. Nice. Wow, I got crazy tired like as soon as I started this stream. I think I might make this a short one and finish up soon. In fact, yeah, I might just take a couple minutes to talk about what's going to happen and then wrap up. So, we're still going to do a game about digging for artifacts and stuff. The idea is, I think we're going to give you pages of like an ancient tome or something at the beginning of the game, which relate to some of the things that you can find, and then you can find more pages of that as you go along as well. Puzzles will have more, like the game that we released really had nothing in the way of mechanics, it was all like information-based puzzles. We may add a couple of like mechanics, but I think there'll still be information puzzles and stuff. I think we both like the idea of having to use animals and things like that and finding different species around. That sounds cool. But there's something to think about, ideas for the kind of puzzle that's in buried things, for a jungle island with beaches and clearings and stuff like that. If anyone has suggestions, you're more than welcome to send them over to us. But yeah, that's the idea. Going to a deserted jungle island to dig for artifacts, and I think we're not 100%, but I think putting some kind of survival mechanics into the game as well. So it's almost like a casual survival and exploration and digging type game. A little bit of both, fishy. So definitely not linear, as in one thing leads to the next. There's certainly going to be, you're just given a world to explore like any other survival game. Progression has a kind of linearness to it. In order to go certain places, you have to first make a certain thing, or in order to be able to find certain items, you will need to make a certain tool, that kind of thing. So there is a broad linear progression to the survival, if there ends up being survival, or possibly just a broad linear path of like tech upgrade to find new things. But within your current means, you can go and explore and find different things and do it in whatever order you want to do it in. I imagine there would be like optional artifacts and things to find as well, so not everything is necessarily required for the story. Some of the harder ones would probably just be like hidden secrets, I don't know. But that's the idea. Yeah, sorry, it's a short stream. I think I'm actually going to finish up because I think I need to just go to bed. But yeah, cheers for watching, everyone. This is the plan. I'm going to be streaming dev for this basically from now on, and in a couple of weeks' time, Niz will be joining me. So there'll be the two of us in here working hard and trying to get this out. Get rolling on this really quickly. Try and get some stuff done. Oh, alright. Yeah, catch you later, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.